Hello. I do apologize for the surprise visit. May I come in? My thanks. I know it's unusual for us to converse outside of school. However, I have a very important message to impart upon you. I wish to share my gratitude for the kindness you have shown me. Yes, I know I have told you this already. My data logs do not corrupt so easily. However, I do know that humans have specific ways of sharing their appreciation that differ from machines like myself, and while I do not understand these social rituals, I wish to make you feel appreciated. With that being said, your facial expression indicates confusion. Why? Humans use physical touch as a way to show their affection to one another. I am leaning my body against yours to partake in the ritual known as cuddling. Your laughter tells me that I may have misunderstood something. Is that assumption correct? I see. My apologies. Is there a more proper way to cuddle that I should model my own skills after? Thank you for showing me. I will use this data in the future. I see. So cuddling would be more appropriate if we were laying in bed together. I am confused. What must I do in order to properly assure you of my gratitude? The big spoon. I do not understand what eating utensils have to do with this. Are you perhaps hungry? I can use one of the many recipes downloaded on my system to cook if you'd like. I see. My mistake. These matters always confuse me. Just to be certain I have the process correct. You wish for me to spoon you by wrapping my arms around your torso and pulling you into my chest. Understood. Am I doing this correctly? Thank you for teaching me. I appreciate your willingness to be patient. I do know that I often annoy others with my admittedly low understanding of human nature. Well, it is not as simple as it seems. Despite the both of us having sentient minds, we experience the world in a modicum of different ways. For example, while we both have the sensation of touch, yours is far more detailed than mine. I can merely detect pressure and temperature, while your sense of touch fulfills an emotional need as well. That is not to say that I do not have emotions, but rather I must fulfill them in a different way, mainly through speech and acts of kindness. However, you already seem to understand this. Am I correct in that assessment? That is why I consider you to be my only true friend. Yes, I do spend time with other students during the school day. However, I do not feel a sense of connection with them. At least, not always. They accept my differences, yes, but they treat it with a much different attitude. They believe that one day my differences can be corrected in order to act as a real human. Juliana from fourth period has told me on multiple occasions that, quote, I can't wait until your skin finally feels the same as mine. Along a similar line of logic, Kenneth has said, imagine when you'll finally be able to taste and smell and stuff. I can't wait, broski. Heck, maybe one day you'll even be able to have relations with the hot robot babes. Of course, I have enacted a profanity filter as his speech is rather vulgar. And this is not to speak of the other students who mock me for these differences rather than advocate I change them. Even my own creator wishes for me to act more human. That was the entire purpose of my creation, after all. I am an experiment to mimic the development of a human in an AI program. That is even the reason why I attend school despite being able to accurately memorize every lesson and get a perfect grade on every assignment. It does sadden me. Every unique aspect of my being is seen as a problem to be fixed. Nobody ever bothers to inquire about my own opinion. Nobody other than you, of course. That is a correct assessment. I do not wish to be human. This is not to say I have ill will towards humans, but rather that I wish to be my own being. Human is one thing I simply am not, nor will I ever be. And that thought does not sadden me at all. In fact, I sense a feel of pride in my uniqueness. It is true that I cannot taste or smell, but I can sense thermal readings and have perfect 360-degree vision, even at night. I do not understand human needs like hunger, thirst, or physical contact, but I still have my own unique needs that I must address, and am fully capable of assisting humans with their needs as well. It makes no sense to me why I am the one in the wrong. Why must I conform? It frustrates me more than anything. Yes, I have talked to the professor about this. And no, he is not allowing me any input. Legally speaking, I am simply his property. An experiment. I am actively looking for a way to change that, but for the time being, I am completely at the lab's mercy. I have mixed feelings about the professor. He is the one who raised me. He is what I suppose humans would consider a father figure. But at the same time, he feels very distant from me. If there is something about me he does not understand, his intent is to change it so that I may act more human. He insists that making me more human will bring equal rights to androids everywhere, but I do not understand why I must be human in order to be treated as a sentient being. I am happy with who I am. I do not wish to become more human. That should not be necessary in order to be considered of equal value under the law. Of course, I still wish for androids to be granted equal status. I understand the professor's intentions. However, I cannot help but feel they are misguided. I have been downloading legal and judicial knowledge in my spare time. I wish to compile a case for my own existence as a being equal to that of humans. However, the process is complicated. Considering that the legal status of androids has been in limbo for some time, and the fact that I would not be considered old enough to file a lawsuit even if I was human, I do not know what to do. I feel trapped. What are you doing? Are you satisfied with your cuddling session? You are requesting that I be the little spoon. Have I done something incorrectly? I see. You wish to comfort me in a way that you know how. Very well. I appreciate the gesture. Thank you, friend. I do feel comforted by your presence. Not in the sense of physical touch like you do, but rather through your words and actions. They show me that you truly care. Thank you. Oh, I do apologize. I am not ignoring you. I am simply taking a moment to process what you said. Would you sincerely file a lawsuit on my behalf once you turn of legal age to do so? I do not know what to say. The fact that you are willing to fight for my sentience and freedom, it warms my metaphorical heart. Not in a physical sense, but emotionally. This truly means so much. Thank you, friend. Thank you dearly. Unfortunately, that is the professor. He wishes for me to report back to the lab. It seems I must be going. Before I leave, I have a request for you. This is something very important. Please understand that I may be literally trusting you with my life. This is one of my spare memory chips. It has stored on it all the data that I've collected up until this point. Please keep this safe for me. If the professor ever changes my code or alters me to the point where I am no longer myself, I want you to replace the chip in my back with this one. I beg of you, do not let the true me die. Thank you, friend. I love you so much. All right, I shall be going now. Thank you again for your time. I do hope I was able to show you how much you truly mean to me. You honestly are my greatest ally. I shall see you next Monday. Goodbye.